Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Nurul Husna binti Ahmad Yusri and my metric number is 286258. The title of this presentation is The Impact of COVID-19 on Labour and Employment for Foreign Workers in Malaysia. At the end of 2019, the whole world was shocked by the spread of the COVID-19 epidemic. This virus is spreading quickly and lead to the increasing of the number of deaths every day. Therefore, the government decided to do a movement control order, which is all sectors were ordered to close except the sector that is classified as important sector by the government. The spread of the COVID-19 has various effects on all parties, including foreign workers. Foreign workers have a positive impact on the country's economic development. Therefore, it is very important for us to take care of their right and welfare. To ensure that we do not disturb the existing political relationship between the two countries involved, Malaysia should take care of their welfare.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Nuzulaika binti Rosli with number metric 287601. Okay, today I want to present about literature review. According to the Dorsum report made in 2022, in 2028 there were total 2.8 million foreign workers working in Malaysia. Foreign workers are the biggest contributors to the number of COVID-19 cases in Malaysia. Therefore, government had to take action to curb the spread of COVID-19. Other than that, to conduct our studies, we had studied three journals regarding to the importance of foreign workers and the COVID-19 issue. The first journal title is Foreign Workers and Productivity in a Rapidly Developing Economy, The Case of Malaysia by Jacob A. Jordan. The second journal is Depends of Foreign Workers in Malaysia Construction Industry by Muhammad Arif Marhani. The last journal was Foreign Labour in Malaysia Selected Work by Ministry of Higher Education of Malaysia.
The main concept of this methodology is to combine the collection and analysis of quantitative and qualitative data that allow for more use of data and synergy on the impact of foreign workers in the Malaysian economy during the COVID-19 pandemic. Analytical data for this study were obtained from quantitative method taken from the Analysis Data Department of Statistics Malaysia. Qualitative method, which is secondary data that based on previous study from books, journal, article, and others.
Next, government policy. Government policy is a rule that guides decisions resulting in positive outcome, enhanced to community or unit. So to control the spread of COVID-19, government had to do some policies regarding to the foreign workers. Firstly, government doesn't ignore the existing law that protect the welfare of foreign workers. Second, policy that implemented by government for foreign workers is government suspending the hiring of foreign workers because of the high cases of COVID-19 in the main importers country of foreign workers like Indonesia and Bangladesh. Third policy that implemented by government is to close the country's border. Government take this action to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the country.
According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the trend of Malaysia gross domestic product from 2019 to 2021 has shown an even increase or decrease statistic for a particular year. From diagram 2, this downward change occurred from the third quarter of 2019, which is 4.5%, which is equivalent to 360.5 billion. This is because the economy is low due to lower fixed investment, which is infrastructure, machinery, equipment, and export. The annual percentage of Malaysian GDP are negative 70.2% in the second quarter of 2020, which is a decrease from the first quarter 0.7 value. This alteration take place as a result of the Malaysian government implementation of the Movement Control Order (PKP), Conditional Movement Control Order (PKPB), and Rehabilitation Movement Control Order (PKPB) to stop the COVID-19 outbreak from spreading. Despite a significant decline in the second quarter of 2020, an increase in the annual percentage of GDP began to occur from the fourth quarter of 2020 until the second quarter of 2021, from negative 3.4% to 16.1%. The Malaysian economy performed well in the second quarter of 2021, whereas the research of DOSM has shown a significant increase of 16.1% compared to the first quarter of negative 0.5% of 2021. This is because there is continuous expansion in the manufacturing sector and the service sector in terms of supply.
From this chart, we can see that the highest point of unemployment for foreign workers or citizens can be seen at 4.8% in the fourth quarter of 2020 until the third quarter of 2021. This was during the time COVID-19 was actively ongoing and restriction movement controls were implemented by the government, which causes to the unemployment of these foreign workers. The impacts of it can also be seen how the rate of unemployment rises since the pandemic happened. Since the late 2019 in the second quarter actually. From this chart, we can see that the highest point of unemployment for foreign citizens or workers are at 4.8% in the fourth quarter of 2022 until the third quarter of 2021. It was during the time that COVID-19 was actively ongoing and rules and movement control were implemented by the government and restrictions was implemented by the government, which causes the rise of the rate of unemployment, are also one of the reasons why the rate of unemployment rises. Although the impacts of it can be seen, how the rate of unemployment rises since early 2019 when the COVID-19 first started, as companies were trying to reduce workers, and many are unable to go to work no company was able to adapt to the restrictions and controls. The rate of unemployment did start to decline to 4.7% in the third quarter of 2021, but it is still very too high.
My name is Nurul Awati binti Umar 284571. I will be presenting about the summary of our report. Malaysia takes aggressive, diligent actions to protect the country from the outbreak, and mixed method research has been used to protect Malaysian immigrants. This study prioritized international workers. Foreign employees contribute significantly to Malaysia GDP, and percentage of foreign workers by skill level show a net shift from 2010 to 2019. This number don't relate to the study main result, low skill foreign workers, but they show Malaysians' dependence. These conclusions are about Malaysian reliance, not low skill level. And if we don't protect foreign workers in the industries, our company could collapse. For recommendation, Malaysia must convert from a detention to a treatment strategy of infection control by extending an indemnity program. Employers should ensure foreign workers who can't work during MCO receive salary and wages in accordance without prejudice. Next is extend social protection and strengthen procedure to withstand the economic effect. every foreign worker, even those who are illegal, should seek legal treatment, pay for neglected medical services, and handle language translation at important locations.